Good morning. Hope you guys all had a good Easter. Brock's over there getting our beans ready. We're going to treat some more seed today. And tomorrow, I'm loading the treater up and heading to a neighboring dealer to treat all his stuff. So we've got to get everything ready for that today, which means we've got to load the trailer up this afternoon and all of that stuff. And he's also the guy that wants some of the glitter on. The Pearl Bright, and so that means today we need to figure out how to put Pearl Bright on beans. So we're gonna mess with that stuff today. I'm not excited about it, but that big brown box over there is full of really super fine glitter, and we're gonna learn how our applicator works. So we've got to get that put in there, calibrated, and figured out, which means we're gonna treat some more beans before we get everything loaded up to figure out how exactly this needs to happen. So we're getting some stuff set up here. I'll walk you through this. We're also going to use some Saltro today, which is the last other chemical that we haven't used on any beans yet. So we'll get those treated up. And yeah, we also, see that wagon? That wagon is full of beans, seed beans, that I have a customer that they get their beans somewhere else, wherever they get them, untreated, and then they bring them to me to treat for them. And so I don't know. I don't know what variety they are, or I don't even know what brand they are. I don't care. I'm just going to treat them, so that's all I need to know. And we're going to try and do those today, but we have to get them out of that wagon. You know how we're going to do that? That's right. We're going to use that new conveyor that we bought. So we got to get that down here as well. I've got some empty boxes somewhere over there. We'll have to set up so we can put all those beans in the boxes. We'll treat them, dump them back in the wagon. All right, so I'm doing a little reading here on this dry additive feeder and how we get it calibrated and set right. And basically, we've got to put some of this stuff into our feeder, prime it through the auger where it dumps it out and catch it, and then catch it for a certain amount of time and weigh it and figure out that. But it would help to have a relative idea where to set it if I had a density of this Pearl Bright. And there is not one on there anywhere. So it says to add 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces per hundredweight. So I know what the rate is. I just don't know how much volume is that. And so we need to do some calculating and some measuring. So I'm going to go and find a measuring cup. And I think if I get like a cup or something that I have a known volume, I can weigh that out and figure out a density from there. I'm also got some more PPE, some dust masks and stuff, because this stuff is nasty. So I'm gonna go down and get that stuff. I need some more inoculant, or I got more of it down in the barn. I'm gonna have to get that down here. And yeah, this is not gonna be fun. Okay, we've broken the seal and glitified everything, including my gloves. So we got a cup of it. It's about 2 cups in there. We're going to weigh that, and we can do the math to get to a pounds per cubic foot, to go from cups to cubic feet and from grams to pounds, but we'll get there. And then we can go to this chart here and say, we can look at the left side there, pounds per cubic foot, figure out where we're at, and then how many ounces per minute that we want, and figure out how many volts we need to set our dial at over here. That's what we're trying to figure out, where to set that dial with the speed control. So, yeah, give me a minute. We're gonna do some math. All right, so our math tells us that we have 106.5 grams per cup, which means 28.1-ish pounds per cubic foot. CU3. There you go. Thank you. Foot. FD. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we come to this chart, pounds per cubic foot, and we're between this 25 and 30. Now we need to do some more math. We got to go back up here, and it involves determining the number of ounces needed per minute. And so since we're treating per hundredweight here, this is going to change with every seed size, which is going to make this a giant pain in the butt, but that's what it is. So we need to figure out how many pounds. No, we don't, because our treater flows the same amount every time. So we're doing 700 pounds per minute. So if we're doing 700 pounds per minute, then that would be 700 weights. And we need how many ounces, 1 ounce per hundredweight, so we're going to need 7 ounces per minute. So if we come down here, we're going to be really low, like 17-ish it looks like, maybe 18. We're going to set it at 18. Start there. Okay, so 18's about right there. It seems to jump a little bit. Maybe with some resistance it'll change. That is that fast. Okay, Brock, dump it in there. Oh gosh. No, we're gonna scoop some in there. We're not dumping that in there because I don't need that much. So we got this fancy little measuring cup here. We're just gonna scoop it in there and try really, really hard to not get it poofing everywhere. Oh, let's turn it off before you dump that in there so it's not just coming out the end. Gently, gently, very gently.
Just gonna do it right in the auger.
Okay, a little less gently because we got to go. Okay, get another cup. We're going to need more than that. Oh, it's coming up everywhere. Exactly. You guys see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, just dump, get a whole scoop. We're going to need a fair amount of this. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, we'll look. We'll see. All right, so what we have to do is turn it on, and we're going to stick that cup under here and catch it. And then we're going to run it for a minute and then weigh it and see if we're getting the right amount per minute out. Should be 7 ounces, so we'll see. So we're priming it. Is it coming out? Okay, so now we're going to dump that back in, and we'll run our test. Okay, well, we did something wrong somewhere because that was a minute test, and we've got 301 grams. 7 ounces is 198, so we are like 30% high. That's a lot. Okay, so we dump it back in there, we turn our dial down and try it again. Well, this attempt, we turned it all the way down to like 12.3. Got us down to 173 instead of 198. So we can tick it up just a little bit, and I think I should calibrate it again, but because the rate on this is not super precise or, you know, important, you got between 1 and 1.5. You can kind of adjust it based on what the beans look like. We're going to give it a minor adjustment and call it good and run some beans through it, and then we'll fine tune it from there. You know why we're going to do that? Because look what happened. See this? The more times we mess with it, the more we spill and it goes everywhere. So we're just going to stop messing with it. Okay, so we're putting that back together, putting that hose back on, trying to get it smoothed out as best as possible. It's a pretty stiff hose and doesn't fit real good. We need to get our chemicals mixing in here though. So we're going to treat 5 boxes. We need 300 ounces of cruiser. We're going to need some Saltro, which is an addition this time, and then our apron and that tank, and then we'll get our inoculant and water put in. These beans are going to be sort of wet. We're putting that Saltro in, so it adds a component to it, and basically I've got to up my slurry rate from 6 ounces per hundredweight to 7 ounces per hundredweight. So yeah, but anyway, here's what we need. We'll get it mixed up. Okay, we are running our first box. I bumped that up from 12.3. 13's too high. I wanted it like 12.7, 12.8. We might adjust it down because they're very shiny. Check this out. They've definitely got some shimmer to them. That's pretty nice, actually. They're not super even, but I don't know if that's because they're not mixing enough. I would think they'd mix plenty. I think it's because that auger drops it out kind of in clumps every time an auger plating turns, but yeah, cool. One nice thing about this is that it's got this cord that plugs into the bottom of my treater computer, so when it starts applying treatment, it turns that on automatically. So it's only applying when seed's going through, and I don't have to sit there and flip the switch on and off. And it works. And they're pretty. It is good when there is lots of green on this page. Everything is working really smoothly. All right, there's the last box. All those 5 in that run. the glitter is just about empty. Actually, it ran out, and I just put a cup in to finish that last box because it's not a big deal. But this fourth box here, it ran empty on me, and you can see the difference in looking at those beans. Man, they look orange. They're not orange. I swear they're not orange. They're red compared to these ones. There's, yeah, I don't know how well the camera shows it, but there is a big difference. These look really good. Good enough that I'm considering I might need to do this to all my beans. We'll see what they look like, and after they dry off a little bit more, and we dump them back into the original boxes. But all right, anyway, we got to get the beans out of that wagon now, and so that means we got to get our conveyor. We got to, yeah, move some stuff around here. Okay, we got our conveyor out. We're just gonna use that forklift to take it down there. Brock says he's a good trailer backer, so this one's awfully tight, and I suck with semis, so I'm gonna let him do it. And yeah, so he's doing all right to me. Nice job. It would have taken me a lot longer. All right, close that door, and we gotta go. You guys see that? That's rain coming. I want to get this thing inside before it gets here. Okay, we made everything inside before it lets loose on us here. I don't think we're getting a lot of rain, but we might get a lot in a hurry, or a good, hard, quick shot. So we're dumping those boxes we just treated, and then we'll get everything set up. I think the setup is going to be about the same as when we did wheat, where we'll just put a box on, set the conveyor up to it, put the auger at the, or the wagon at the end of it, so we can just start dumping them. Raining. Okay, well, it's raining a little harder now if you can't hear it, but it'll be okay. Yeah, anyway, I got this all set up. I think we're good here. We just need some empty boxes, which happen to be buried in that corner, so we'll have to dig them out. But what we're gonna do is fill up a box, treat it, fill it back up. We're not gonna move that box, it's just gonna stay there. We'll just fill it, and then we'll keep moving the one underneath it, and this should go fairly smoothly. So I believe that there is about 280 units in that box, or in that wagon, I mean. And so we're gonna mix up chemical for about that, and should work. These are getting Cruiser Max, Vibrance, and Inoculant. No Saltro, no Pearl Bright. All right, we've got all the chemical in that we need. Brock's rinsing some jugs and gonna put the last little bit of water in. Let's see if we can make our conveyor work. So we have not used this yet. It is brand new. That's good. Let's run some beans. Maybe. Ugh. Great. So it really doesn't matter exactly how much we put in this box, but we want to get it relatively full. So we're shooting for about 2,500 pounds, and you'll notice that there is a scale on there. So we've got about 1,500 now. So I'll watch that, and when it gets close, I'll tell Brock to shut the door, and we'll let it clean out, and we should be good. It's easier to watch the box than the scale. Kind of throwing them backwards a little bit. And we throw a piece of cardboard over the inlet there because there were some beans that were flying out, bouncing out. We're not running it real hard, full, so I think that's why. Looks like the rain's pretty well past us. We're over here. I don't know if we'll end up with more this afternoon. Probably not the way it looks. We ended up with 1,500 for the day, so that's not so bad. It rained sort of hard there for a minute, but we didn't get a lot out of it. Made it sticky on top. I've got my soil scientists in the health department coming out for my septic system stuff this afternoon on the house stuff. So looks like we'll get our feet muddy now. Just about got the wagon empty. You can see we're filling these boxes up quite full. We wouldn't be able to get lids on them, but all these beans are going to go right back into that wagon as soon as we get it empty. So it doesn't matter how full they are. Almost done. We've got just a little bit left in there, like I said, that'll all fit in that box after we get this one empty. So we treated 5 boxes, 5 with the glitter, right? Look at my motor. You see all those lines on it? Right by the cooling fins? Yeah, that's sucking the glitter out of the air. Oh, it's everywhere. My computer over here, sparkling. Okay, well, our wagon is empty. This conveyor does clean out really well. A little bit sits on that flap there, and you can see we did get a few beans flying out when we first started there because we didn't have that tarp over it. But once I ran it fuller and we put tarp, cardboard, whatever, back on there, that works better. So we've got a little bit we got to treat yet, but we need an empty box, so we're gonna dump this one back in. Brock and I just got back from lunch, and that is happening. So last week, some of you guys had expressed concern to me about running my heater in here, propane heater in a non-vented place, and carbon monoxide. Well, I have a carbon monoxide detector, and I have never seen anything other than zeros on that. But I brought our propane forklift down from the farm, and it wasn't going off when we left, but it is when we come back. It says 60, 59. So we're going to open the door up here for a little bit. I don't know what a bad level is. What's a bad level for carbon monoxide? 60?
60's bad.
I mean, I got a headache now, so no, I don't really. But so we'll vent it out in here. But anyway, I'm glad I have that. Okay, we are going to make a 4-box run here. I've got everything set up. We've got the chemical in. We're just putting on the same stuff we did with the beans in that wagon. It's Cruiser Max Vibrance with the inoculant, no Saltro, no glitter. And these are for us. I'm going to let Brock do these because Dad and I have a quick meeting down at the farm. I saw the guy just drive past that he is down there. So hopefully he'll be fine. But yeah. Okay, one meeting down. Go back, see how Brock's doing, and then pretty shortly, I'm gonna have my soil scientist, the health department, and my builder all on site getting ready to do house stuff. Okay, I printed off some of the inoculant tags for some of the beans we had already treated. I didn't have the tags here, so Brock is labeling those. He got these 4 boxes all treated. They look good. So we'll let them dry. Oh, look, there's somebody here now. Okay, cool. I think we're done treating beans for today, so I'm gonna have Brock get this treater cleaned up a little bit because we gotta get her loaded up on a trailer shortly. Okay, well, there goes my soil scientist and the health department, and my builder was here. We've got some holes dug, bored, whatever, for septic system stuff. And look, we got a seed truck, so we got to get that unloaded. He's gonna let these other 2 get out of the way, and then we'll back up to the door here and get him unloaded. Then we get to back our trailer back in here, figure out how to get that treater on it. Brock finished cleaning up some stuff in here for me and put all the beans away. He took off. He's good, so good deal. Well, we got 2 pallets in here. This looks like my new stuff. That's my corn. Those are brand new varieties that'll technically be launched in 22 crop year, but sometimes they get a few bags of stuff for me to try out ahead of time, or customers or whatever, but I don't like giving customers brand new stuff in case it doesn't work. So anyway, we'll plant those. The bottom is corn for me just to have on hand in stock in case somebody needs something in season. So, all right, we're gonna back this trailer in here and load that treater up. I've got to unplug it, shut it off, get everything all buttoned up so that we can put it on the trailer here and put the locks in for the scale up here. Whoa, okay, that's a problem. Broke the weld right off. Thanks, USC. Okay, well, I've got that ready to put on the trailer, so we're gonna back the trailer in. Yeah. I'm trying to remember and trying to just make sure I don't forget anything. I got to take a lot of stuff. We got to take an empty box. We've got to take all the chemicals that we need. I got to take cardboard to put down on the floor. There's just a lot, so I'm trying to remember it all. We've got a treater. We've got a box. We've got a pallet full of chemicals. I'm taking a full keg of Cruiser because this guy's supposed to have around 1,000 units, and that keg will do 1,200. The one I've been pumping out of there is just about empty. I've got some yellow because we're going to do some orange beans tomorrow. I've got enough inoculant for 400 units, which is all that I have left, so we'll take that. I've got the added apron. I've got the Saltro. I need to get 2 boxes of Pearl Bright yet. I'm not going to take that one because it's open. I'll just take the 2 new ones. I need my pump. That's what I need yet. But I got the shop vac. I've got cardboard underneath. I've got gloves and that stuff. I've got my computer. And I've got this case that is full of all of the other stuff that I might need. Oh, I need the tags, the stickers off the back of the forklift. Okay, I think this is all ready to go. I believe I have everything that I need, and we're all loaded up. So yeah, Pearl Bright. I got to get that out of the other barn. It's down to the shop there. So before I head back down there with the truck, I thought, so this house project, let's talk about it a little bit. So if you are new and you haven't seen or heard, my wife and I are going to build a house here. We're just about ready to get started. So I think I announced this back in December that we were going to build, and we've just been waiting for spring. And well, it's spring. So I had the health department and the soil scientist out today trying to figure out where we're going to put a leach field, septic system, all of that stuff. This site is a little bit more difficult than it should be to find it because of the slope that we have. So we aren't terribly rolling, but there is a high spot right up in front of where our house is going to be, and it all slopes. It all slopes down that way. And there's, what did I figure? There was like 13 feet elevation change from the high spot clear to the low spot, but that's a long distance. But for the leach field, you have to have a relatively flat area or contour with the hills or something along those lines. So we're trying to figure all of that out, but yeah, this is our site. It is roughly where them stakes are going to be, in front of my seed warehouse, just down the road from my parents and our farm right down there, although that is in a different state. So there's that. But the front of our house is going to be roughly where them 4 stakes are right in front of us. Going to look off that direction because apparently that view is no good. That one is, which is fine. Garage over here. We're going to put another driveway in on that side of the house, kind of keep everything separate, and we'll have a nice big backyard here, and we're pretty excited about it. Our builder was out earlier today when everybody else was here just to help look at everything and make sure that everybody's on the same page. He will be back hopefully later this week to lay everything out with official stakes and everything. And then our contractor is expected to be here. Not our contractor, our excavating company, subcontractor, is supposed to be here Monday, or next week, I guess, the week of the 12th, to start digging. So we are a week away from this project starting, which is super exciting. I'm ready to get it going. So sometime in the near future, not today because I don't have them with me, but I will show you our floor plan and what all we're going to have in it and stuff. But like I said, I don't have it with me. I don't have time right now. And because I know I'm going to get a handful of comments on it, yes, I am fully aware lumber is stupid expensive right now and building costs are crazy high. Yes, we are aware. Okay, I loaded up my Pearl Bright. I'm going to take that down and throw it in the back of the truck down there so we're ready to go tomorrow. I don't know how videoing's going to go tomorrow. It's kind of a off-site thing. I may or may not make a video. I may film some stuff and throw it in with Wednesday. Wednesday looks like a day of seed deliveries mostly, I'm guessing. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you when we see you. If you have any questions and comments, leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit like. Things are getting closer here. It's almost time to go. It's really nice out. It's supposed to be like almost 80 degrees the next couple of days, and we're just waiting for it to dry up. As soon as it dries up, it's go time. So hopefully soon.